save some room for a little pumpkin pie after that. Major shout out to the people who have gone above and beyond and donated to charities and everything else like that. The best subs in the world. Everybody is just phenomenal. Like the amount of people that have reached out, I have to let everybody know, you guys are making a difference. Thank you so much, guys, for all that. And then the folks that have donated so that I can enjoy step 2 and rent a car to go on the back road adventures. It's so hard to sit here and talk when I just want to consume this delicious meal. But thank you all. And it's starting to snow out here. I really hope I'm not stuck here tomorrow. I'm gonna poke my head out the door, and I'm gonna check on the snow after I'm done devouring my Thanksgiving dinner. And I'm thankful for all you guys. Thank you for watching along. I'm very thankful for that. And I know, it's time to be thankful for what we can be thankful for. So, cheers. The structure from the inside looks pretty good for the night. Of course, about time to go to bed. So here I am in my picture-perfect piece of paradise, getting ready to sleep for the night with the bear spray beside me just in case. But they should be pretty well done for the year. So that's a relief. Anyway, we'll see you guys bright and early. Good morning. It really does not get better than that. This is an awesome setup. It was like I was sleeping indoors. It was that warm. I had the buddy heater on low, and there's not even much condensation inside here on the windows. So that was an awesome success. Time to get up and start the day. I would camp like this any day of the week. This is probably my new favorite setup out of anything I've done. For stealthiness, I would give it 0% because it's just not a stealthy setup. But as far as coziness, that's got to be up at like 80%. Really, I could stretch out just fine in this. I'm 5'11", so if you were much taller than 6 feet, you may not want the Santa Fe. But sleeping diagonally, you could probably stretch out quite comfortably. The seats actually, they go fairly far flat when you flip them back. Some of them, they're kind of at an angle, so you're sitting up all night. But yeah, that was awesome. I'm just getting packed up. We could hit these logging roads. I'm curious to see if there's any fresh prints or tracks out here that we can try to identify some type of wildlife other than the few that we saw at the very beginning. Tarps. They come the size of an envelope, and then when you roll them back up, they're the size of a raft. So, awesome. I pulled down this road. It's normally a good spot to see some wildlife, or at least some evidence of it, and I saw some tracks. But it turns out there are human tracks, which are not that interesting. So I'll keep poking around here. So I'm going to turn around because I think I'm going to get stuck if I go any further than this. It really is a sleepy forest up in these higher elevations. There's not a whole lot. I did see a bunch more stuff down at the lower elevations at the start of the logging road. And then I get up here and it's pretty quiet until now. Now these prints, and they're fairly big. I'll give you a comparison there. I don't know exactly what they are. It's not really all that fresh, but it looks like it could be a lynx or a big cat like that. If you know tracks, let me know what you think that might be. That's about all I've seen so far. So I'm going to zip down the hill. And unless I see anything amazingly interesting on the way down, I'll call this the video for the week. And we're out here filming a couple more right away. So that's going to be awesome. There's going to be good times coming up. We're going to hit a couple other really cool spots that I know of. And we're going to get that 400,000 special filmed out here as well. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't and you'd like to, that's free and it's good to do and it makes you feel good. So until next time, you're camping with Steve.
I'm Stanley Tucci, and I'm exploring the complex connections between the land,
whoa,
the people,
oh man,
and the food they eat.
Oh my God, it's so good.
In the country I love, Italy.
When we're needed most, we show up. That's Lowe's kind of good. This year, we're measuring 10 million square feet of real impact. Every day, in every neighborhood, we are here.
Welcome to camping with Steve and Crazy Neighbor today. We came back out to what we'd set up last week. We were experiencing some very low temperatures, minus 35 or so, and we were tempted to see how this would work, of course. And yeah, midway through filming, we did get a call at Crazy Neighbor's while they passed. So thank you to all those who have expressed condolences and donated to the veterans, etc. So we're going to take another crack at this today, a week late, but it's a little warmer in temperature. This will be heated with propane. It's something I do so often that I don't necessarily mention it or give the full rundown of heating in the winter inside a tent with propane. So we're gonna get a campfire set up and get the rest of this set up. And this is about the third or fourth time we use this new ice fishing shelter. It's not actually a tent. I don't think this is their recommended use for it, but for the price point, can't be beat.
Oh, gotta get the other one.
I know the general favorite traditional method to heat your tent would be a wood stove. And I've done that before. I like the ambience, I like the crackle, and they sure heat the tents up. The only downside is you have to keep getting up throughout the night to keep the fire going, or every time I woke up in the morning, I was cold. So as far as convenience goes, I moved on to one of these catalytic, Mr. Buddy brand here. The catalytic ones, the way they're designed to burn is that they should not, under normal operating circumstances, release any measurable carbon monoxide. So in the United States, these are permitted for indoor use. There is a low oxygen shutoff, which is essentially just it's a thermal couple there. And if the oxygen gets too low in the enclosure, the flame trips out and shuts it off. However, carbon monoxide alarm, that's what I always bring just to be sure. And make sure if it's really cold weather, you put lithium AA batteries in them. because lithium are good till like minus 40, and regular alkaline battery would stop working well before then. So this is 18,000 BTUs. This propane cylinder, they got around 430,000 BTUs in a full 20-pound cylinder. So that you don't want in the tent. So these tents actually have propane portholes here. So you can, they're designed for people to be ice fishing. And this is like the favorite method for heating your tent when ice fishing. So we'll run that through, turn this on to low. We really don't need it too much right now because the sun is shining and it's a beautiful day out. Perfect. Okay, that lit disturbingly easy considering I haven't had propane in that hose for a while. Sometimes you have to bleed the air through the line until propane starts to come out. So, there you go. This model's got the three settings. You know, you got your low, which I believe is 4,000 or 4,500 BTUs. Your medium is 9,000 BTUs, and the high is 18,000. And that should do for most cold weather situations in an insulated type of tent like this. So let that kind of cook a little bit. We are just walking on the snow, which I don't find to be a big problem because we generally have our boots on until we're ready to crash for the night. So, you know, we could have, I suppose, shoveled everything right down to the ground or tried to, but this time of year, there's been so many freeze-thaw cycles that the snow doesn't want to be pushed around like it should. Of course, any fuel-burning appliance is going to need an air supply. And these tents actually come with built-in, there's a couple of these little screened overhang air sources. But I also cracked another little window a bit. 18,000 BTUs. It's 18 square inches. I guess it's not that much when you look at it, but there's air leaks all over these things anyway, so we should be okay. Yeah. When there's daylight, is a good time to plan out where the fire pit goes. Going to remove the snow off the top because it does repel the water. You can see it beating down a little bit, but it's not completely waterproof. If that melts, it will come through along the inside a little bit. Okay. Shelter set up. We got our little fire pit area here. We scavenged around for some wood and chainsawed up a few pieces here and there to complement what we brought from the wood pile last week. We got a little tripod thing we're going to cook on tonight. And it's all good. And at this point, all the work's done, so let's get started. For just step 2.
Delicious, nutritious.
Delicious, nutritious. Oh, yeah. Rehydrating. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, Steve.
Yeah. We're going to try to ration this wood a little bit because we do have some, but I know how things will go. We'll be halfway cooked, and we'll have to try and go looking around in the dark for more firewood, but oh well. Inside the shack, we turn this onto high to see kind of what the temperature would do. It's getting actually uncomfortably hot, to be honest, so we're going to turn that down. But my readings on my temperature cron say outside is -6 Celsius, which is 21 Fahrenheit, And inside is actually just jumped up to 18 Celsius, which equals 64 Fahrenheit. So
Toasty.
I'd say it's toasty. Uh, Unfortunately, we couldn't get it tested in this supreme cold weather that came barreling through. It's usually we get a week or two of that minus 35 Celsius or minus 40, which is Fahrenheit and Celsius. It's the same. Minus 40 is just minus 40. And we'll see what happens with the weather, because they got the weasel that predicts the weather, and it either saw its shadow or didn't, or whatever it's supposed to see, it saw. And, you know, we could be in for an early spring. I don't know. It never seems to happen. So, beautiful wife and I are probably going to take off somewhere, go sequester in the mountains somewhere with a little warmer temperature in here. But we'll see what happens with that. Cheers.
Protein packed for strength and recovery. Orgain. It's real nutrition for real life.
Downy Unstoppables with Odor Blocker to keep you fresh all day. Just toss, wash, and wow. Downy Unstoppables with Odor Blocker for all day freshness. Smell unstoppable.
At Liberty University, we excel academically, thrive athletically, and grow. We're creators, problem solvers, and world changers, all united by one mission. Together, we are champions for Christ.
Oily roots, dehydrated ranks, 2 problems, 1 solution. New Elvive Hyaluron Plus Pure by L'Oreal Paris. Formulated with salicylic and hyaluronic acid. It dissolves scalp oils and hydrates links for up to 72 hours. New Elvive Hyaluron Plus Pure by L'Oreal Paris.
Where will you go in the V6 powered Nissan Frontier?
A little barbecue starter here. Get ourselves a tried, tested, and true fire. Hold my beer.
Absolutely.
Issue. Oh, flashback. Okay. Just has to start this.